great black pit. And it's filled with people what are filled with a customer. Wait, what's your rush? What's your hurry? You gave me such a fright. I thought you was a ghost. Sit down, sir. Sit! All I meant is, well, I haven't seen a customer for weeks. Did you come here for a pie, sir? Well, do forgive me if my head's a little vague, but you'd think we had the plague from the way that people keep avoiding. Heaven knows I try, sir, but no one comes in here, even to inhale. Mind you, I can hardly blame them. These are probably the worst pies in London. I should know. I'll make them. But good. No. The worst pies in London. Why, even that's polite. And no wonder, with the price of meat, what it is, when you get it. If you get it. You see, Mrs. Mooney has a pie shop, does a business, but lately I've been noticing something strange. All the neighbourhood cats have been disappearing. After end of tour, that's what I call business, popping pussies in the pies. And I'm telling you, pussycats is quick. No denying times is hard, sir. Even harder than the worst pies in London. What? Rent a room out above the shop? No, I won't go near it. People thinks it's haunted. And who's to say they're wrong? You see, years ago, something happened up there. Something not very nice. There was a barber and his wife. She was beautiful. And him? A proper artist with a knife. Barker. His name was Benjamin Barker. What was his crime? Foolishness. He had this wife, you see, pretty little thing, silly little nit. Had her chance for the moon. Poor thing. But that's how I know it's him. He says, "Where's Lucy? Where's my wife?" And I have to tell him I do. I tell him for his own good. She's dead and gone, and she ain't coming back. 15 years, he says. 15 years of sweating and living out on false charges. 15 years of dreaming I might come home to find me a loving wife and child. Well, I can't say the yous have been particularly kind to you, Mr. Barker. No, not Barker, he says. That man is dead. It's Todd now, Sweeney Todd, and he will have his revenge. Well, I says nothing, I rent him the room anyway, 'cause I'm a good host like that. Next thing you know, he's got a dead man hidden in his trunk. Can you believe it? A dead man hidden in his trunk. He opened up his barber shop and slit the poor soul's throat. Oh, Mr. Todd, you did it. You're barking mad, killing a man what's done you no harm. But then he said the men recognised him from the old days and tried to blackmail him off his earnings. Well, that's a different matter then, isn't it? For a second there, I thought you'd lost your marbles. All that blood. Well, what are we going to do with him, Mr. Todd? Later on, when it's dark, we'll take him to a secret place and bury him. But of course we could do that. Don't suppose any relatives going to come poking around looking for him. But you know me, ideas just pop into my head and I've been thinking, well, seems a downright shame. Such an awful waste. Such a nice, plump frame. What's his name, Ad? Ad. Business needs a lift. debts to be erased. Think of it as a thrift, as a gift, if you catch my drift. I think you got it, Mr. Todd. Just think of it. The best pies in London. Here they are now, hot out of the oven. Oh, what about some priest? Awful lot of fat though. Oh, Mr. Todd, what about some Royal Marine? Problem is, you never know where he's been. Probably tastes like it. Oh, but shepherd's pie with an actual shepherd on top! Oh, my face.